guys, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. We are looking at a shocking story today. Viewer discretion is strongly advised as this is not for any viewers under the age of 18. Guys, this is a story of absolute treachery and violence, and the case will shock you. But before that, for all of you who are new to my channel, I post videos on Tuesdays and Sundays on true crime, celebrity news, and other interesting things that are happening in our world that I feel interested to share with you all. Let's get into this. Heard of matricide? The killing of your own mother? This crime happened in Canada in 2010, and this type of horrific crime is said to be a rarity in Canada. Jennifer Pan was born on 17th of June 1986 to Vietnamese immigrants to Canada. The dad was Han Pan and the mom was Big Pan. The Pans were very hardworking and persistently worked long hours and extremely hard to give their kids a good life and opportunities that they themselves had not had in life. Jennifer's little brother was born in 1989. The picture book honest working couple were known to be thrifty, and by 2004, they were financially stable enough to purchase a large house with a 2-car garage on a residential street in Markham. Markham is a city in the Greater Toronto area with a large Asian population. Both Big Pan and her husband drove very expensive cars that accumulated about $200,000 in savings. Mr. and Mrs. Pan had very high hopes for their 2 kids, obviously, setting many goals for Jennifer and her brother Felix. Jennifer was made to take piano lessons at the age of 4, as well as figure skating classes, where she trained most days during the week. Jennifer was very, very good at figure skating and had hopes of becoming an Olympic figure skating champion until she tore a ligament in her knee. That was awfully disappointing. The Pans picked Jennifer up when classes ended each day and monitored her extracurricular activities very closely. Guys, they were strict parents, but their heart was in the right place. They wanted her to achieve well in her academic study so she could enjoy a good life one day. And so they were strict about her behavior, where she was not allowed to experiment with drugs, get drunk, or go on dates, fearing these activities would distract her from her academic commitments. Jennifer and her friends reportedly regarded this upbringing as restrictive and oppressive, and Jennifer was probably entertaining thoughts of hatred towards her parents, who were regarded as tiger parents. I don't know, guys, whether they were horrible parents or tiger parents. I wasn't there. According to a high school friend, Karen K. Ho, Jennifer's dad, Han, was seen as the classic tiger dad, and Vic was his reluctant accomplice. Jennifer was receiving good grades in lower school. However, despite her parents' high expectations, her high school grades were somewhat average, in the 70% range, except for music. Jennifer did not want to face her parents as a failure, so she forged report cards multiple times, using false templates to show her parents that she had received straight A's, which most of her grades were low B's or C's. When Jennifer failed her calculus class in 12th grade, Ryerson University rescinded her early admission. As she could not bear to be perceived as a failure by her parents, she began to lie to her parents and pretended she was attending university. Instead, she sat in cafes, worked as a piano instructor, and worked in a restaurant to earn a bit of money. She had to do more and more things, however, to maintain her charade. Jennifer told her parents she had won scholarships, later falsely claiming she had accepted an offer into the pharmacology program at the University of Toronto. She went to the extent of purchasing second-hand textbooks and watching videos related to pharmacology at home so her parents would see her at study. She even created notebooks full of purported class notes and requested permission from her parents to live near the campus with a friend throughout the week. Who was this friend? Guys, this was Daniel T. Kwong Wong, her boyfriend who worked at a Boston pizza restaurant and was an active marijuana dealer. While pretending to complete a degree at the University of Toronto, Jennifer told her parents that she had started working as a volunteer at the hospital for sick children. They soon became suspicious when they realized she did not have a hospital ID badge or uniform. On one occasion, her mom, Bic, followed Jennifer to work, and Jennifer's lie was exposed. In a state of shock, her dad, Han, wanted to throw Jennifer out of the house, but her mother persuaded him to allow her to stay. As she had not completed high school yet due to failing calculus, she eventually began working to finish high school and was later encouraged by her parents to apply to university. She was, however, forbidden to contact Wong or to go anywhere except for her piano teaching job. Nevertheless, she and Wong spoke secretly during this period. It is said that she was obsessed with Wong and that she moved heaven and earth to keep him as her boyfriend. I need to tell you guys that Jennifer had mastered the art of deception and was actually a dangerous manipulator and schemer, a pathological liar. By the time that Jennifer was 24, Wong had begun to date another woman whom he had fallen in love with. Jennifer couldn't let him go. Remember, she was obsessed. She quickly invented a new story and had told Wong that a man had entered the house followed by several other men who gang raped her. After this, she insisted that a bullet was mailed to her, telling Wong that it was sent by his new girlfriend. Jennifer had also told Wong that if her parents were murdered, she would inherit $500,000 and that she would give him half of it and that they could even move in together. According to the police, Wong and Jennifer had come up with a plan to hire a professional hitman for $10,000 to kill both her parents. Jamaican boy Canadian Lenford Roy Crawford, whom Jennifer's boyfriend called Homeboy, a violent hooligan, obviously, and Eric Sean Sniper, Carter, another thug and a repeat violent offender, and Montreal-born and dangerous criminal Malvagnan were the men who were going to be hired to murder her parents. Wong gave Jennifer a SIM card and an iPhone so she could contact the hitman without using her usual phone. It is said that in spring 2010, Jennifer had offered Andrew Ricardo Duncan, a goth kid whom she had given $1,500 to kill her father in the parking lot at his workplace. That did not work out. Jennifer was obsessed with the idea of murdering her parents. It had to be done. Now, guys, the scene was set to murder both her parents in one go in the Pan home. Now, this is very distressing, guys. I'm warning you. It was November 8th, 2010. Jennifer Pan unlocked the front door of the family home before going to bed. Shortly afterwards, spoke by phone to criminal Malvagnan, who, with two other men, entered the home through the unlocked front door, all carrying guns. Guys, this is a very disturbing story. Just imagine what's happening in that household at the moment. The men with guns confronted Mr. and Mrs. Pan, and after demanding all the money in the house and ransacking the main house and the main bedroom, threatened to shoot them if they did not comply. Mr. Pan gave them $2,000 that he had in the house. The three monsters then took Han and Vic to the basement where they shot them both multiple times. Vic, that is Jennifer's mother, was killed, but Han survived his wounds. The three men then took all the cash that was in the house, including the $2,000 from Pan, and left. They were of the opinion, and so was Jennifer, that both Mr. and Mrs. Han were dead. Jennifer's murder plan was to get thugs to tie her up, so she would be seen as a victim of this home invasion too. However, her father, who had heard her talking to them as they entered the home, did not die, as I told you. He would later give evidence to incriminate her. Jennifer thought that both parents were dead. I told you that. She didn't have the faintest clue that her father had survived the attack. Jennifer supposedly managed to free her hands and dial 911. The call sounds frantic. What an actress.
Help me, please. I need help.
Where are you, ma'am?
238 Halley Avenue. I think we just don't know. I don't know where my parents are.
Ma'am, calm down. What's going on?
Some people broke into our house and they just showed all his money.
Okay, ma'am, Okay, ma'am, where are you? 238 what?
Avenue.
238 Avenue Road.
Yes.
Can you spell the street name for me, please?
Dad? Good Lord, no, you're calling on
Ma'am. Hello.
I'm okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Ma'am, I need to know your address. Avenue Road.
Evil. The police arrived, and her father, Han Pan, was removed to hospital by aircraft. The evening after the murder, Jennifer Pan underwent her first interview with the police. She tried all her wiles and guiles to show that she was a sad, traumatized victim of this incident. Guys, murderers think they are very clever. I think that's a globally accepted phenomenon of the psychology of murderers. You agree? These evil lowlifes think they are super smart, and that is their first mistake. They lie, and all the while the police knows very well the games these vicious individuals play. It's ridiculous. They lie, they cry while at the interrogations. All the while wondering, hope I'm duping them. I'm not going to prison. Prison! That's exactly where they end up, guys. In spite of her acting skills, Jennifer's time was up and she was arrested on November 23rd, 2010 during her third interview. However, her lies continued with different twists and more creative additions. Sick additions. Jennifer, during that interview, admitted she had hired the killers, but claimed that she hired them to kill her and not her parents. The interrogating police officer, William Bill Getz, was an expert and managed to obtain a confession from Jennifer in the end. Amidst a lot of evidence going against Jennifer, her obsession with Wong, her lack of true emotion stood out too. A major irregularity was that Jennifer was not assaulted, not blindfolded, not taken to the basement, nor shot, leaving her behind as an eyewitness to the attack. Why would criminals do that? They can't be that dumb, guys. Her father's evidence too helped to nail her coffin. Jennifer, her lover boy Wong, Malvagnam, and Crawford were all convicted on December 13, 2014, and each received a life sentence with no chance of parole for 25 years. Oh my God. Guys, what do you think? Please leave your comments in the comments box, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.